Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents G.I. Joe Tuesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Walmart exclusive G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Crimson Alley Viper. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And here we have 4 and Up. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. G.I. Joe Classified Series. The G.I. Joe and the stripes are embossed. Classified Series is not, and that follows through the whole packaging. Nice digital renders of the accessories. At least I'm guessing that's what they are. Nice artwork here. Nice product shot, which is practical photography. Here is the main picture. G.I. Joe Classified Series. Again, the G.I. Joe and the striping is embossed, and the embossing continues with the stripes down the side. Crimson Alley Viper, or Cobra Crimson Alley Viper. I don't know why I said it like that. Cobra! And Hasbro print. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made in China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On this side, there's some nice artwork. Wow, he looks angry. Of the Crimson Alley Viper G.I. Joe Classified Series number 91. On the opposite side, Cobra! And then there's some of that same artwork, only smaller in a different tone. Number 91, here's the QR code, and I'll hold it here for a second if you want to scan that or pause it and scan it. Whatever you need to do, there it is. Cobra, and then there's his skill set, and again, the stripes are embossed coming around from the front. He's number 91, Cobra! Cobra Crimson Alley Viper. He stands 6.4 inches or 163 millimeters tall. Nice digital render of the figure and all of his accessories, and then there's some close-ups of some of the details on the figure. There's his skill set again. Warning, attention, Noctoon, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. Any language. Pie hole, that is. And don't give it to babies. Attention, especially don't stick it in your French pie hole. ParentsGIJoe.com. Small print, fine print, legalese print, made in China print, some other symbols I'm not going to learn, and Hasbro print. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And first up, we'll take a look at the accessories, and here we have handy dandy tweezers. So first of all, let's take a look at his knives, and as you can see, mine has a little bit of paint scraping on it because they have been in the sheaths, so just something to know. And as you can see, it's molded in this color plastic, like most of the accessories are molded in that color, which is black, I think. And then this nice silver paint app for the blade, so that's nice. And there's 2 of those, and they're both scrape. This one's actually a bit sticky. Then we have one of his primary weapons, a rifle. Nice molded detail. And if you're thinking, hey, I've seen all these accessories before, you have, because they came with the regular Alley Viper. So nice molded details on there. And here's the magazine for it. It has 2 magazines in this set. They're both exactly alike, and they both fit 2 of the guns. So it just pops in there, and it pretty much stays. And here is the other magazine. Here is the weapon that it belongs to, some type of submachine gun, it appears, with a nice big scope on it. Nice molded details, molded in black plastic, and you can see it's got a hole in or port in the barrel for blast effects, muzzle, flash effects, whatever you want to call them. And the way this magazine works, it feeds in right here and it just kind of clips into place. So it's odd looking, really, in my opinion, because of where the magazine goes. Here we have his sidearm. Nothing we haven't seen before in this line. I believe the Vipers, probably some other folks come with it, but it does have nice molded details on it. Here is the other rifle, and again molded in black plastic, nice molded details on it, a little futuristic looking. And this piece goes with it as well. It's like a grappling hook, and you see it's got a little loop right there. You could actually tie some thread or string or whatever you wanted to on there, and there's also one on here so you could have it connected on both ends. And as far as this one works, there's a port in the barrel. I suppose you could just put effects in there, but that goes in there, and if it's fits in there good. It's not too loose, not too tight, just right. And then next we have his backpack, again all molded in black plastic, nice molded details. Looks like he's got some extra ammo right there, although those don't remove. So nice futuristic-y looking backpacks. Even on the back side of it has some nice molded details, as well as a post here that it uses to connect to the figure. Here's his shield, and I want to say it's molded in this red crimson plastic. Then it's got this Tampa on there, and it's got a little bit of black paint on the Cobra logo. Nice molded details, some rivets in there. And then on the back side of it, you can see it has a digital readout, and it's got some more rivet designs in there. These are the arm straps, and you can hold it sideways or up and down, but this piece twists 360 degrees. So, and it does matter how you put it on. As you can see, this strap is smaller, this strap is larger, so this has to go further up the forearm. And the last, I guess you could call this an accessory. It's a separate piece. You notice it's got holes in it here on both sides. There's corresponding posts on either side of his head. How this clips on. That kind of looks like a sticker, but I don't think it is. I think it's probably a tampo. And then it also has a digital readout on the inside as well, like a rangefinder maybe. So, but still it's kind of cool looking. Just like the first release of the Alley Viper. Now as far as the figure goes, it looks like the head is mostly molded in this crimson plastic. You can see there's some black paint there for the Cobra logo, and then for his mask, and then probably, you know, face printing was used for the eyes. And then here's the posts I was talking about on either side of his head. And then, you know, the mask, when it's open, it looks like it's got some fangs going on there, so that's kind of, would be kind of terrifying if you weren't expecting it. It's got some paint apps right here. I believe this black is all paint apps, and I believe this is a paint app. So looks pretty nice. Then we've got this, which I'm guessing that's a tampo. This is molded in plastic, colored plastic. This looks like maybe it's molded in black, and then this is a paint app, or this could be a separate piece. I'm not quite sure. It doesn't really look like a separate piece, so maybe that is a paint app on there. on the knee pads, on the shin pads. No, actually these are glued on, so these are most likely molded in that color. Got what looks like a tampo here and a tampo here, and then he's got a knife sheath here on his forearm. He's got this armband with the Cobra tampo on it, and just nice molded detail throughout. Nice fabric texture on the pants, nice wrinkles on the shirt. And let's take a look at his articulation. He looks up that far, he looks down that far. You can see he's on a ball and hinge, because there's the hinge, and then the neck is a separate piece as well with a ball at the bottom. He's got chicken neck, he's got waggle. He can do the three. He can do the full exorcist, my friends. Butterfly at the shoulder, back that far, forward that far, 360 degree rotation there as well. And I can only get mine to raise his arm up that far, and I have put this guy in hot water already to loosen some of the joints up, and that one, that's all I can get out of it. So I don't know if that's a flaw in the mold. I don't remember from the original Alley Viper, but there it is. Cut at the upper bicep for full 360 degree rotation, double hinged pinned elbow, and it gives you that much bend. The plastic used on this guy is really soft. 360 degree rotation at the wrist on an up and down hinge, and then on this side an in and out hinge. So there is that. Whatever articulation he has under this vest, the vest pretty much kills. I believe it's just an like a regular ab hinge, but I can't really tell. There's also a ball joint at the waist, and in conjunction they let him lean back that far, and forward none really. So there is that. He does have a 360 degree rotation at the waist, but mine feels like it's getting stuck, and I don't like that. Pull down hinge at the hips, and it allows him the full splits. He kicks forward that far and back that far. Cut at the upper thigh for another 360 degree rotation. Double hinge pinned knee gives you that much bend. This piece does get in the way just a little bit, as well as the holster on the other side. At about the mid shin, top of the boot, there is a boot cut for another 360 degree rotation. And at the ankle, tilts down that far, tilts up that far, and forward facing pin for rocker. Get back in there like you're supposed to, sucker. Now, as far as the accessory storage, the faceplate just goes on those ports on either side of the helmet, and there we go. And once that's in place, it does still move up and down, so it doesn't have to stay down. I thought I got you on there. Doesn't want to stay. But anyway, so there is that. As far as the knives go, here's one sheath here. And if you feel a little resistance, flip it around. And that one's in there pretty firm. It's probably going to scrape the paint up again. And then the other knife goes here on the forearm sheath. Take the backpack and the hook gun, I guess we're calling it, and there's a post right here, and the trigger guard just fits around that post, and that's storage for that. Now, before I do that, before I put that on him, I'm going to get the shield on his arm, and it's not the easiest fit. I guess you could pull the hand off to help with that and put it back on, but again, this plastic is really, really soft, and when I was trying to pull the fist out of this one, it felt very flimsy. And as you know, these guys are hard to come by, so you don't want to break one. So there's that. He's got his shield. And as far as the backpack goes, it's posted on the back of the backpack. Port in his back. Make sure the port in the vest and the back are lined up. Press firmly into place. Sidearm goes right into that thigh holster and fits in there pretty snugly. And as far as the remaining weapons, he just holds them in his hands. And there you have it, my friends, the Alley Viper with all of his accessories stored on the figure. And why are you standing crooked, sucker? There you go, my friends. A look at the figure, and he fell down. And he doesn't want to stand up, so there's a look at the figure and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Walmart exclusive G.I. Joe Classified series Crimson Alley Viper with the rest of the current Crimson forces. The Cobra Crimson Viper, the Hasbro PulseCon exclusive Crimson Strike team of the Baroness, Tomax, and Xamot, the regular release of the Crimson Guard, and the Crimson Battle Android Trooper. Here we have the Walmart exclusive Cobra Crimson Alley Viper with a couple of Aliverse figures, the Action Force PowerCon exclusive 2023 Swarm Horde Trooper, and the Scarab. For a final set of comparisons, here we have the Walmart exclusive G.I. Joe Classified series Crimson Alley Viper, with from the Marvel Legends series making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. Our final Classified series comparison, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And for a 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Walmart exclusive G.I. Joe Classified series Crimson Alley Viper, the best thing I can say about this figure is it looks fantastic. It's really, really cool looking. It comes with all the same accessories that the original Alley Viper came with, and it's in those Crimson Guard colors. And, you know, it makes it cool that it can be part of that Crimson team set. And I like all the accessories. Some of the weapons look a little Nerf gunny, but I like the shield. I like the face shield for the helmet as well. And again, this figure looks really, really cool. The accessories look really, really cool. The weapons look kind of futuristic / Nerf gunny. But that is, that's... At the time this figure was originally released for this line, Classified series, that was the aesthetic they were going for. And they've slowly grown to doing, slightly more realistic weapons for their figures and away from that futuristic / Nerf gun look. Now, those positives being said, I am overly, overall, I'm disappointed in this figure. It's soft. The plastic is really, really soft, so it's going to bend or break, because not only are, the body parts that you can, see that you're manipulating made out of this soft plastic, but so are the internal parts, the pieces of the joints and stuff. And with the way that they stick, I still haven't gotten the waist on mine unfrozen. I'm going to try some of that shock oil and see if maybe I can work it loose with that. But it's just like one of my elbows on both. I got two of these guys, and they're both like elbows sagging and just joint problems with joint freezing. And it's just I can't in good conscience recommend that you get this and say that this is a great figure. It's a great looking figure, and if all you're going to do is have it standing on a shelf like this, you're not going to be trying to pose it out or take pictures with it, then it's fine. But over time, this figure is just he's gonna sag. The joints are gonna wear out just because of the really soft plastic that was used in its construction. And I don't know if that's Walmart being on the cheap, or if it's Hasbro being on the cheap, or if it's a little bit of both. Now, as far as for what this guy is, just a repaint of an existing figure and putting him in the, Crimson team, I think that's a good idea. Not necessarily to make it an exclusive, because we do have the Crimson, the regular Viper, Crimson Viper, and it wasn't exclusive to anywhere. So, it's just, it's not something, this guy isn't something you absolutely need in your collection. But if you're a fan of building out teams like Python Patrol or the Cobra Island stuff, or the Crimson Guard stuff, or Crimson Team stuff, then yeah, you're going to be looking for this guy, and you're going to be looking for it hard, and you're going to be looking for it for a long time, and you're probably going to be looking for it forever if you're still trying to find it at retail, because you're not going to find it at that retail price, I don't think. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, if it's a super inflated price for this guy, he is not worth it. It's not. If you're an inbox collector, yeah, maybe it might be worth that to you, because you're never going to open it up and manipulate the parts anyway. But for those of us who are not inbox collectors, this figure is just not worth it. It looks cool, and the accessories are cool, and that's really all the nice I can say about it. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you're interested in supporting my channel further, I am now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you. But only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just help the channel grow. Or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.